Good morning, America. This is Dr. Churi from the Arid Zone. And to the newcomers, if you're wondering why FBI, it's because I am the first cosmic cop teaching humanity to understand, respect, and use God cosmic design or Jesus cosmic ministry, which is, of course, astrology. All right, so let's get into that last very education newsletter and video. What I'm asking you to do, of course, is share it. And most importantly, I will not read the full newsletter for you today because it's too much of my pearls of wisdom for free, since you're not going to see me for a while. So make the most of it and share it. The title, Matthew Perry, God, you can do whatever you want to me. Just please make me famous. That's an interesting title, I believe. So what I did, I got his chart right there, and I'm going to explain his UCI. Now, UCI stands for Unique Celestial Identity. And remember, not a single man or woman on this world is born the same or equal. Regardless of what people say, that we are all equal. There are any one of you, including myself, to pick up a fight with Mike Tyson. You see how equal you are. So we are not equal physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. We have those that are advanced spiritually, they're artistic, they are creative, they are like me. And then you have the educated idiot who perceive reality through their 5 limited, rational, educated senses, like Neil deGrasse and others out there who are skeptical. So the idea is to make you aware that divine astrology, which is Nostradamus' 16th century methodology, when it's applied properly, can give you a mountain of information. And you wonder why all the popes of the past were taught astrology by the Vatican Council and why they do not want you to know, because knowledge is power, ignorance is evil, especially religion, which has confined people into a curse, a reptilian dance of evil, which is right now manifesting in the Middle East. All right, so let's get going. You could see that he was born in August, and on top of that, he was born with the rising also in Leo. Remember, during the day, every planet shines away. Only the sun shines. So those born in August, that would be Schwarzenegger, Madonna, Michael Jackson, and so many of these famous people out there. They are cursed to get famous. They are cursed by God himself to own a stage, to aim for the limelight and to get to the top of their career. Because again, during the day, every planet shines away, only the sun shines. So if you're born with the moon, the rising, the natal, the hidden dragon into the sign of Leo, okay, and you know that the future is nothing else than the reincarnation of your thought, you may pray, okay, and of course, you will succeed because you are meant to experience love, light, fame, power, wealth. You're the lion or the lioness of the zodiac. Again, this does not mean any other sign will not succeed. Completely and entirely wrong. Not only Leos are famous, but read the newsletter and then you'll understand me better. Now, understand that Leo is also fire. It's a fire sign, okay? So, like everything positive, negative, up and down, black and white, Leo can also be negative. This means, of course, let's say, for example, you come to my house to swim in my pool in the middle of August, Leo, okay? You're going to burn your feet on the ground. So the negative aspect of Leo is ego. It's okay to love somebody, but if you overlove, you're going to burn the object of love. You're going to become jealous, you're going to become possessive, and you're going to burn. So control the ego. That's Leo. Now, that is the problem, you see? His tail of the dragon is in the sign of Virgo. It's got Mercury in Virgo, the tail of the dragon, that's the female, that's the male. And then you got Pluto, with triple and quadruple the power of a nasty dragon's tail. Now, Virgo rules the elimination principle, the intestines. And I believe Matthew Perry, because of his drugs abuse, had some very serious problem on the intestinal tract. I didn't read the story, but I heard. So that is due to the tail of the dragon in the Virgin Mary that makes him detail-oriented, fussy, picky, and critical. If he did not have Pluto into the sign of Virgo, right on his second house of money and self-esteem, he might have a chance to succeed, so to speak, against this battle against drugs. Now, Pluto is the planet of death, right in the second house of money and close to his Mercury, which is the mental process, the critical thinking, right on the tail. It is practically impossible for him for a second not to wonder why he's got such many negative thoughts and his self-esteem, regardless of the money, the public standing, the notoriety. He could not be happy. Pluto, literally the most powerful planet to regulate the sign of Scorpio, which is a sign of death and drama, is also affecting his self-esteem and his mental process because he's literally very close to Mercury and poison his mind on a daily basis. But what makes the situation more difficult? You see, he was also born with the moon in Scorpio. Scorpio, Pluto is the same power. That's where the reptilians reside. So moon in Scorpio very often depict a lot of problem on the upbringing, dramatic experience, either with the mother or the father, but it's extraordinarily powerful position for the moon. And the moon is our nearest satellite. She's next door. The moon regulates your emotional response to life, how you feel. So that makes him very direct, very emotional, very intense, and again, does not help. His emotional response to life are plutonic, and it was impossible for him literally not to have a negative thought. And he was wondering what was the demon that he had inside, why he was smoking and drinking so much in order to eliminate this negative thought process. He was completely and entirely reptilian and infected. However, rich and famous, he did not mean, so he couldn't seek my help. So what did he do? Well, he went to see very famous psychiatrist and psychologist in Beverly Hills and pay a fortune. And then those guys are not educated on the medical aspects of life. They do not respect the word of wise men or the father of medicine. They don't know better. They don't teach that in medical school. So what did they do? Give him more and more drugs, antidepressants, any form of drugs to keep him afloat, so to speak. But the problem is, you see that? He's head of the dragon, He's on the house of death. The 8th house is controlled by Scorpio. Traditionally, we start with Aries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th house, His 8th house received the head of the dragon in Pisces. And Pisces is the most addictive sign of the zodiac. You got 2 fish. The good fish, Einstein, Michelangelo, George Washington, Dr. Curie, Barbara Streisand, Lady Gaga, creative, artistic, these are the positive fish. And then you have the negative fish, drinking, pot, drugs, depression, illusion, confusion, religion, anything and everything to do with the negative fish. So this is a very extraordinarily difficult dragon to control. So if you don't have cosmic consciousness, if you don't delegate with a soul doctor, and those doctors, they don't know better. They're trying to help Matthew, and they give him a bunch of depression, and it was easy for him to get hooked and swim into the quicksand of Neptune. And once you're stuck into the quicksand of Neptune, there is no return. Now, Pisces is also a sign that regulates acting. Anything to do on the negative side, confinement, church, a synagogue, asylum, drinking, prison, jail, anything that's confined, the dark world of the negative fish, that's the hardest area of your chart. Do you know where you are a Pisces? Do you know where you are a Scorpio? Because you're not just a Leo or an Aries or Sagittarius. You are every sign of the zodiac. And there is only 6, no 12. There is only 6 signs of the zodiac in divine astrology or astropsychology. Do you want to find more? Hey, become a student. That's where I am. Now watch this. Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, is also close to his moon sign. And then you wonder why. Whenever you have Scorpio, this is death. This is a signature where death will enter your life and where regeneration will enter your life. So he was on his hot tub. Neptune rules Pisces. Exotic place, water, drinking, anything that's fluid and chemicals and hospital and funny farm and jail, right? So his moon, the deadly moon in Scorpio, close to his Neptune, which is poisoning the fish poison, okay? There is no way out. So he died in the water. Incidentally, Osama bin Laden was also a Pisces. And how did he die? Okay, he was killed, but where did he end up? In the ocean, okay, out of a ship, a U.S. Navy ship. Whitney Houston, she was a Leo. How did she end up? Michael Jackson was a Leo. How did he end up? Drugs, alcohol, Pisces. Now, in this situation, he's got Saturn in Taurus. So that is his career. Okay. Saturn is dignified in Taurus because it is a Earth energy, Capricorn, claiming the mountain of power, recognition, and Taurus is the bank, money, Maryland Corporation, the financial district in New York. So Saturn was extraordinarily happy and very strong in his 10th house of career and helped him, Capricorn, to climb to the mountain of presence and being recognized in the public standing. So that's why one of the reasons when he made it big at the same time, but he was doomed. Now, for example, had he get to know me, no drugs in Dr. Cherry's office, I could have explained all this. I could have used talisman. I could have used all sorts of healing. I could have given him knowing his chart, like it's like an open book, okay? Knowing his dragon on top of that. I could have saved him, but he did not know me. Unlike you know me. You know me. He did not. Okay, so if you're depressed and negative, you know where to go. What I would strongly recommend you to do is put your hand on my book, The Power of the Dragon, 600 page, okay? And at 73, I guess I've learned a lot in my life that you can gain, okay? So read The Power of the Dragon. Now, if you are yourself depressed, do not understand the reptilius effect, well, get my other book called my bestseller, Beyond the Secrets. And I will teach you all the power of the superconscious in time and space. Okay, it's critical that you understand those reptilians are not a product of my imagination. They are not coming out of the blue. They've been here forever. The ultimate truth is very easy to grasp. Positive and negative. Up and down, black and white, the front, the back. Up and down, God, devil, without opposites. There is no life without a God. There is no devil. Without a devil, there is no God. The idea is to understand the symmetry of life. That's why you have 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 sides of the brain, the good side and the negative side. Okay, the draconis, the reptilians. I have tried for years since 1991 to help the world. But what do I get? I'm going to go fishing. So I'm giving you an idea of how, but that is nothing. I mean, I didn't tap in the superconscious in time and space by handling the tarot because I can get even much more precise by delegating with the energy coming from the subconscious. But it is not there. It's gone. It's close to God. Rest in peace, Matthew. Okay? So all I'm trying to tell you, there is a world of information that was stolen from you. Okay, the educated idiots out there who perceive life through their 5 limited, rational, educated senses, okay, those people cannot help you regardless of the level of education they get. Religious fanatic, forget it. And you can see what's happening in the Middle East, okay? Religion, 875 different religion, the fish, negative fish, the chaos, the deception, the illusion. Luckily, we have the Draconis and we have the Age of Aquarius. I got all my planet in the sign of Aquarius, and you wonder why extraterrestrials are after me. Magnet when I attract a piece of wood. It's all about energy. Okay, that's what Tesla says. I think he will smile. Smart, yeah. Okay, so all I'm trying to tell you, if you feel down, if you feel negative, if you feel upset, if you want to know if God supports your mission on planet Earth, you better investigate your UCI, because if you don't, okay, you might have a fantastic, wonderful life like Perry did as far as his career and his fame and his money is concerned. But at the same time, you would end up like him and like many, many, countless of celebrities who had it all, but they had nothing because they didn't have someone that understood who they are and how to take them out of the pit of the reptilius effect. And now you know. Okay, this is a very interesting and long newsletter. You have to read it for yourself. I also approach, of course, the hate crimes, a problem with culture. And I always said, it's not a problem of love culture, it's the reptilius effect. So you want to read all this good stuff that I spend time for you to write today, knowing this is my last educational newsletter. Okay, now if you miss me, then join the Cosmic Code, become a student, get my books, go to drcherry.com and have fun. And make sure and never forget, again, that's going to be very important words. Your future is nothing else than the reincarnation of your thought. Keep your thought clean, because wherever you are, whatever sign you were born under, you have Neptune and you have Pisces. And that is the hardest karmic lesson in your chart. Are you going to swim up towards God's feet and Jesus' cosmic ministry, or are you going to sink into the world of the reptilius deception and illusion? And once in the quicksand, no return. Dr. Cherry is here, and I am a Pisces, so I know better. Until then, my good friend, God bless all of you. Talk to you again some other time, maybe from Florida on my boat. Bye-bye. God bless. Be safe.